Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Spiritual Justice Gem, Trusted Gem Goddess Quita, or you can call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. Please like, share, subscribe, donate, all that good jazz, y'all. Yeah, period. Um, you have they're back to trying to do power outage spells. Like if your power or Wi-Fi been acting strange, it's because they've been doing spells on people power and Wi-Fi. These are people. This is a group. It's a lot of them. Some of them are Freemasons. Some of them are just people that was recruited into this coven. But the head honcho, the people that's doing the main that can manifest real big. Most of it is negative energetic work. This person is definitely a Freemason. It's a new cycle. Spirit wants you to know that it's a new cycle that's coming. Well, that's already here. Um, it's a new cycle that's already here. So, yeah, I'm picking up something on the Gemini. I don't know what that is about a Gemini, but something about a Gemini. We're going to see in a minute. I'm trying to get a lot of these cards. What's going on with this Gemini, Holy Spirit? Clarify this Gemini energy. Clarify this Gemini energy, Holy Spirit. Clarify this Gemini energy. It's a Gemini whose ego is toxic. Who is this? Where is... Okay, I got my other cards here. Who's this? Ego is toxic. It's probably some kind of celebrity, politician, or actor, someone that's in it. Limelight. Yeah, this person is a criminal. Somebody is a criminal. I say, what's up? Hello. Who is that? I'm trying to figure out if he a Gemini because I'm picking up on his energy. Have he just got out of jail? That one rapper with the one eye. I forget his name. I don't know why I forget his name. Fetty Wap. Why did I forget his name? I don't know. But Fetty Wap. He is a Gemini, so it could be talking about Fetty Wap. Let's see. I got my yes and no cards too. What? They're right here. My yes and no cards. Holy Spirit. Are you talking about Fetty Wap, Holy Spirit? Is someone manifesting for me to focus on Fetty Wap, Holy Spirit? Is someone manifesting for me to focus on Fetty Wap? Okay. So, they want me to focus on this person, so we're not going to focus on this person. Let's see. It says he's a criminal. I'm just going to read it because it's a lot of, they're messing with people, market buys and stuff. So we're going to read the energy at hand and then let the Holy Spirit work from there. So Fetty Wap, his ego is toxic. It says he's a criminal. or somebody could be projecting their energy onto him. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Let's see. Holy Spirit, why is Fetty Wap here? What else? We know he's in jail. They say he's a criminal. So what else? What do you want me to know? What is significant? I don't know. Something about Fetty Wap and Megan Javon Pete. Megan, yeah, Javon Pete. Yes. I'm recording, yes. Okay. So, somebody is doing spells for you to have, like, to be stressed out. Okay. I get what it's saying. Somebody's doing spell work to take up your cortisol levels high so that you can lose an eye. They want you to lose an eye. Yeah. That's crazy. Okay. Someone wants you to miss an eye. That's what it is. Okay. Someone's trying to make you their prisoner. Somebody's trying to put you in a prison, a prisoner. Okay, somebody was trying to, like, they could be trying to make, like, doing spell work to make your home a prison, or they could make, the place you live at a prison. But something about prison is going on here. Let's see. What's this prison? And in prison, Holy Spirit. Why are these names coming out? This is mostly my name deck that I'm reading from. It's a lot of names coming out. Somebody wants you to focus on these celebrities. I see a name I haven't seen in a while, so give me a second. So, somebody is a prisoner, or somebody ended being a prisoner. Somebody was in jail or something. So it was, and now they're out, and so now they're back trying to do. It's like somebody playing mind games. Somebody was in prison though, and nobody. Okay. So why am I seeing this person in prisoner? Why am I seeing this? Okay, somebody is trying to keep you away from your true north node. They're trying to keep you away from your true purpose, your true destiny. And that is what spirit wants you to know. Somebody is also doing dark nights of the soul to imprison someone too, so be aware of that. Um, in my walk on this journey, I should say, um, they have used the dark night of the soul as a way to punish and to see you in low vibrational energy. Not all the time if it's in low vibration, especially you need to ascend, but if you keep going through the night, so keep going through dark night, so in darkness, it's a pattern, it's somebody, so it's spell work, so, okay? But this, somebody wants you to lose your eye like Fetty Wap, and by making your cortisone levels high, so they're trying to give you high blood pressure because they don't want you to see out your third eye. Okay. I'm messing with your clarity and your emotional stability as well, because they want some type of assurance. Oh, thank you, Holy Spirit. They want assurance that their manifestations will go above yours, because it's like somebody want to come and take over your life. They want to come in and they want to manifest your life for you. They don't want you to be in control of your manifestations of your life, of what you want for your life. They want to be in control of your life. So I have doctor's office here for to clarify that. Clarify this. This is a yes or no day. Who is going to the doctor? First of all, who is this? What is this about the doctor's office? Who? And what is this about? Okay. I wasn't expecting to see this name, but the spirit is calling this person a man boy. I thought this man name wrong too. Well, this man boy name wrong because. Why is this person at the door? His name came up back to back. I didn't know I had two parts of him. Yep, his name came up back to back. This is a famous person. This person is at the doctor's for some reason or doing spell work. Okay. So this person is manipulating your dreams. Maybe you're eating in your dreams, you don't know, or having sexual intercourse in your dream and you don't know, being chased, or you're looking in the mirror, or combing your hair, you're seeing your shadow, or you're seeing the moon in your dream state, and that's because somebody is manipulating your dreams. They're manipulating you. That's how this person was attacking you, and you didn't understand. Spirit is trying to reveal to you why you was okay. Thank you, Holy Spirit. That's how you need discernment. Okay, Spirit is letting you know how this person goes in to mess with your clarity and your emotional stability. That this particular spiritualist go into the dream world to make sure you're confused and you're emotionally unstable. That's how this person is doing it. This person goes through so they can have assurance that they spell work and that what they do go above yours, or so you can manifest what they want you to manifest and do what they want you to do. This is how this person is controlling you. And they say they know how to turn themselves into spirit. This person knows how to go in the dream world, the dream realm, and make you confused and make you emotionally unstable. Okay, Because I was wondering if you're going through this too. I know this is probably a message for me, but this person done this to so many people. So some of you guys could probably resonate with this. But this person done messed with so many people, and how they turn themselves into spirit. I don't know exactly how they go in your dream world, but when they say they turn themselves into spirit, they actually go in their dream world and your subconscious mind and mess with stuff. And okay, so it involves manipulating a person's subconscious mind to cause them harm, to drain their energy, or influence their waking life. These attacks are often described as spiritual warfare designed to hinder a person's destiny or create fear. Okay, so that's what's going on. Projections of false images and illusions. Witches may use dreams to create a veil of illusion or false dreams that lead people astray, confuse them, or cause them to act against their own best interests. So when somebody is sabotaging you, that's they're most likely messing with your dream world. Energy and power drain. These attacks can involve draining a person's willpower, stealing their life force, or altering their or another's appearance to look aged or disfigured. I was wondering how they was doing the beauty spells because my skin was messing up right here, and it's hard for me to get it back. So he's going in the dream world, and that makes sense. He's going in the dream world and doing this, messing with someone's appearance. They don't want you to look beautiful. That's how they're doing beauty spells, because so it's done in the dream world. Um, Similistic assaults, dreams involving stagnant or dirty water are considered a sign that a destructive program or witchcraft is acting on a person's energy field. Shifting misfortune, symbols like a cross in a dream or picking up one, is interpreted by some as a sign that is transferring their own failures or misfortunes onto you. This is really new to me. I know they can go in and manipulate it, but to this the in-depthness of what this is new. This is new, y'all. This is new for me. Intoxication or or paralyze, paralysis. If you feel dazed, drunk, or paralyzed in a dream, it is thought to indicate an imposed enchantment or spell designed to limit your spiritual or mental clarity. Okay. Manipulation via fear. Attacks often to aim to create intense nightmares, forcing the dreamer to confront, run, or fight with entities, which creates fear and psychological discomfort. I was wondering, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit, because I used to fight in my dreams all the time when I used to live in Fort Myers. I used to have all those. I used to wake up with scratches on me, like on my arms, on my body. I have scratches right here. My favorite, the most prominent spot, and I still got some marks. I'm gonna let y'all. I don't know if you can see them on the camera, but the most prominent marks. Let me not use a permanent marker, cause y'all know I'm not going. I don't have no reason to lie. My most permanent marks are right here. This is where they used to like to grab me in the dream. And my dreams used to be so vivid to the point where in the dream, I had one of my kids with me, but they were younger than what they are in the waking world. They were younger. And I had the baby with me and I was pregnant. Now, my tubes are tied. I don't have no baby. You know what I mean? I don't have no more kids. My youngest is 11. And so in the dream, my youngest was an infant, was like a toddler, and then the dream transferred from him being a toddler to him being somebody else's child, and they walking with the child, and I'm just like, what the heck? And so I'm like, I thought that was my child. I said, come back, and the baby wouldn't come back to me, and when the baby turned around, the baby looked different, and I'm like, I had this dream so long ago, so long ago. So fast forward, I get in a Uber or Lyft. I get in one of those cars because I was supposed to be taking the baby to the doctor or whatever, and I end up not being my baby. So I go back and get in the car. When I get in the car, the driver turns around and he turns into something so like demonic, and he was fighting me, trying to get me, and I was fighting, and I was like, leave me alone. I was in the dream just fighting, just like, and then this lady that was praying for me, I saw her praying in the spiritual realm, and it's just like that veil, whatever was going on, I didn't even know how to describe it. It's just like it went black, and I saw her, and I stopped fighting. So she was praying for me, and I was like, because I didn't know how to get out of that before. I used to go through that all the time where I wake up tired, or I wake up like I just got through out of a fight, and my kids would be like, why you look like that? I was looking like I was fighting. Like, come on. And it would never put fear in me. It never scared me. I just was like, I was ready to go because I'm never scared of a demon. I have never been. And so, long story short, that's what happened. And the person was trying to instill fear in me about a child, or my dream was telling me about my child, and they were trying to take my child. And at that time, they were trying to take my child. They was making something, because I'm very verbal about anything that I go through, especially with my kids, especially with the school system. I'm very verbal about where my kids are and being very upfront and honest about what they're going through at the time, or what that's water, y'all. What's transpiring in my life. I'm very vocal, and especially if I need help. If I need help, because I'm a single parent and I have kids, so if I ever needed help, I will ask. And so at that time, they were trying to take my son from me. They were trying to say that I was an unfit mother and take my child from me, and I was like, that's farthest from the truth. My records show otherwise. And then because when I used to live in Fort Myers, people used to call, they'll call DCF on you just maliciously. That is a thing in Fort Myers. Like, they'll maliciously call. And every time they call, they have to come. If you got smaller kids, they give you childcare, whatever you need. If you say you need something, especially if they call maliciously on you, they'll give you stuff, whatever you need. And so when I called, when they called, the lady left a card in the door. I called them back because I wasn't home at the time. I think my kids was in school. They wanted to talk to my kids or whatever. Long story short. So I ended up letting them in my house, and I remember the lady coming in there while my kids were at school. She said, well, we already talked to your kids. I said, I didn't know that. I said, I haven't gotten a call or anything from the school or anyone. She said, well, yeah, I talked to your kids earlier today, and now I'm coming to talk to you. I'm glad you returned my call, because it's like you're not dodging me. And I'm like, no, I wasn't dodging you. I don't have anything to hide. I said, what's up? I was like, she's like, this is kind of strange. I said, yeah, I had DCF called on me before, but it was in another city that I lived in. And she was like, so you know the protocol? I was like, no, because it was another city. My son was like a baby, an infant when they called on me, and and at this time he was like 7. So, that was way in the past to me. So she was like, well, they called on you. Someone called on you and said that you was neglecting your kids. And I was like, oh. I said, I always be home with my kids. And if you knew me in Fort Myers, I was always in the house with my kids. I always had my nieces, nephews, child. I had a lot of kids, and then I still had my sister kids. So I was like, I have my sister kids. Most of the time, she don't even have her kids. I have her kids. I take care of all of them. I make sure they're fed, they're good. I said, she was like, well, you're a good parent. You're good. I said, I try to be. I mean, I don't want my kids to, ever lack what I lacked, or, I don't want to be neglectful if I am being neglectful. And she was like, okay, so, can I walk in your kitchen? And when you walk in my apartment, this is my living room and my kitchen. It was an open concept. My dining was over there, you see. And she's like, well, I see everything is clean here. I said, yeah, because sometimes my house used to be dirty. I'm not even going to hold you. My kids, at that time it wasn't. They were younger, and I was just like doing everything for my kids. My house was spectacular because I was borderline OCD. Everything had to be clean. Everything had to be in a place, and I didn't play that. I did not play that. For real. I did not play that. And so, I would barely sleep. I get like 2-3 hours of sleep because I like for everything to be clean. If it's not, then I feel dirty. I feel like, ugh. So, long story short, I was seeing a guy at that time. My boyfriend was there at the house, so she didn't know. So she went in the kids' room, and I showed her each one of the kids' room. They got the bathroom. She said, "Oh, so it's a big apartment." My apartment was huge. I had a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom in Florida, and one of my oldest had his own room, and the other kids shared their own room. My youngest, EJ, never. As soon as he got like 2 months, he ain't want nothing to do with me. I'm not even gonna hold you. He wanted nothing to do with me, not even to feed him. My oldest son had to get him because my son wanted nothing to do with me. Even when he was at school, most of the time in the day, my son, so he was like 2 or 3 months old. But and it was so cute. I got pictures too. But he preferred my son over me. And I don't know why. He was just that way. But he was just that way. And I'm just like, okay. And my son, he was like, I can do it, Mom. He said he want me, then I'm going to get him. It's not like I force him or anything. They have a great bond to this day. My oldest son and my youngest son have a great bond. And if I show y'all a picture of my son, because he was so little. He was so cute. He used to sleep on top of my son's head. It was so cute. It was the cutest thing ever. Ew. So I just showed her the apartment. She said, you got a washer and dryer. I said, yeah, it comes with the unit. It came with a dishwasher. It got a garbage disposal. It was a nice unit. And I was on HUD housing. I lived in the projects. I'm not scared to say that. I don't care what you think of me. I lived in a hood, but it was a nice apartment. They just had rebuilt them, redone them, gutted them out, and did them. And she's like, so you really don't need anything? I said, no. And she was like, the refrigerator, I got a bunch of food sales. The refrigerator was stocked with food. Cabinets were stocked with food. And she was like, so where's your room? Because she didn't, when you come to our apartment, you would think that the other side of my apartment was an apartment. You just think it's a wall and everything was on that side. But my room was actually on the other side. And I was like, my boyfriend is in there. She said, oh, so you have a boyfriend? I said, yeah. She was like, this wasn't in the report. I said, because I mind my business. Whoever sent you this way they were lying, because I have food. The clothes are clean, they are folded up. Their beds are made up. They got a washer and dryer. Here go their bathroom. The bathrooms was not nasty, but my kids used to leave clothes everywhere. When I say everywhere, in the bathroom, they would get up, and I had just came back from, I think, doing something. I was taking care of something that had to be taken care of. Probably was something with the kids or something. I had just came back doing something. I can't really remember. I just knew I had came back in the house, and she, like 30 minutes later, locked on her door. So I hadn't gotten a chance to go clean up their bathroom. I told her that. I said, well, they did that this morning. I had to go take care of whatever I need to take care of. And this is what they leave in the bathroom. She said, oh, that's normal. That means they actually got up and took a bath and shower. I said, yeah. Oh, yeah. I said, so what? I was trying to figure out what the report was about. She was like, so this was a malicious report. I said, yeah, because she said, clearly whoever made this report doesn't know you. I said, and if they do, they don't know my business. They probably know me and don't know, because I'm not one to just, oh, I do this and I just hang with everybody. I was never that person. So my boyfriend at the time, he was like, she's a good mom. She take care of these kids. I have to tell her to sit down and let them do some stuff. And so what they did go over, because my house was too clean, too neat besides the bathroom, because I hadn't gotten a chance to get to it. She was like, so when do you sleep? I said, barely, and I just had a new baby. Oh yeah, EJ was in the room with my boyfriend at the time. She said, you just had a new baby, this and that, this and that. I was like, yeah. I said, she said, you got help? I said, yeah, like, my boyfriend at the time helped me with everything. He's a Haitian. He helped me with everything. He could cook, clean, and all of that too. But I used to do everything. He was like, you need to let them kids do something. And I didn't. I was like, they spilled milk. I'm like, it's okay, and I'm cleaning it up. Because I didn't want them to go through anything I went through from my grandma. After my mom died, my mom was a good mom, but my grandmother was horrible. So anything that I went through with my grandma, I didn't want my kids to go through. And plus, that was one of her abuse tactics. We had to clean everything, clean behind everybody. So I was so used to, my mind was so used to cleaning. I told her that we had to clean behind 13 people. It was like 13 people in the house. Sometimes it was a lot of people. And I said we had to keep it clean. And so she was like, because of the abuse, my brain, everything has to be clean. My brain was trained to clean everything. And so she, showed me what age appropriate chores and all that. So, long story short, my repertoire in Fort Myers is great because they never came out. They never took my kids. They never had to come back. If it was a follow-up visit, it was a follow-up to see if anybody filed a police report or some weird stuff like that. Well, at that point, it was warfare, because before then, when people would call on me, it was nothing. I was like, I don't know who called, and she was just like, nothing. She was just like, they came and counseled me, and just, they helped me out. They gave me an age-appropriate choice for the kids, and that was that. It was that. So, I was like, you can go back into I have nothing to hide. You can go back into the records and see that I did everything. They wanted me to do a parenting course. I did a parenting course. I did everything people told me to do with flying colors. She said, you don't have no reason. I say anything for my kids, because I have my life after I had my babies, anything for my kids. That's what it was. And that's how I truly live my life. And so, yeah, I was like, I told her, I said, and then she was like, you're very vocal. I said, yes, I used to be like really timid. When I had kids, I had to speak up for my kids. I really did. I had to speak up for them. I had to, make sure that they were, well taken care of, because that's one thing my grandma didn't do. She didn't let people come in, and she always had to have the control, and I'm not a controlling parent. I know how to have control, but I don't need to be in control at all times. My kids are human beings. We're teaching them to grow into adults, to make their own decisions, to make good decisions, to make balanced decisions. And she was just talking to me. She said, you have every knowledge. I said, yes, I am. I read my Bible. I say to myself, I said, I learned a lot because I went through a lot in my younger years. And I said, I just want the best for my kids. And she was like, only thing I see is that you kind of on borderline OCD, and I'm not diagnosing you. She said, we're just going to help you give the kids some responsibilities, because we don't want them to be unaccountable adults when they get older. I said, cool. I never thought about it like that. She said, see, having a parenting class. And I said, yeah, that would be good, because I never thought about if you overlove your kids. You can overlove someone. I didn't think you could, but you can. And she taught me that. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's what I learned. So I had to do one of the most rarest parenting courses and classes, because most people were abusing their kids. Most people were neglecting their kids. And I just wasn't. I was over loving my kids. So, go figure. Yeah, spiritual attacks are being eaten, essayed, or experiencing unwanted intimacy, which are seen as ways of stealing virtue or planting negative spiritual seeds. Food monitoring, being fed in dreams, is sometimes interpreted as the planting of evil seeds, often resulting in sickness and confusion. Okay, so the Holy Spirit did not show me that by, that this is very intentional. So, yeah, I got to work on this right here. I gotta work on this, because this is good stuff. This is good to know. I know that you eat in your dreams, and I just pray and just fan it out. But this is more in depth stuff, and I'm thankful that the Holy Spirit let me here. Thank you, Holy Spirit. But let's move on. Spirit said someone, because of the dream manipulation, someone need to Archangel Ariel wants to connect with you. Because they're messing with your root chakra and your sacral chakra. I know they're messing with my root chakra, sacral chakra, and I know you guys don't think it's funny, but when somebody messes with your root chakra and your sacral chakra, those are when children have a lot of accidents or wetness in bed. That's what, and you can't hold your pee, and like you're not drinking, stuff, and you're eating right and drinking right, and then if that is happening most of the time when you're wet in the bed and kids are wet in the bed, they somebody could be messing with their chakras. And that's what I found out to be true too. Especially your sacral chakra, you will wet the bed. Root chakra, you can't wet the bed. So, I haven't wet the bed. I don't wet the bed. But they urinating on yourself and stuff like that. I know it sounds weird, but we're humans and we have human bodies, and I'm just being very frank. I'm being very honest about it. And that's the draining of the energy. I was wondering how they keep draining my chakras. They keep sending energy to drain your chakras when you are in your I say drain your chakras, but it's just the same thing. Drain your energy, your life force when you're sleeping. And I was like, why are they attacking me while I'm sleeping? This is the whole point of attacking you while you're sleeping, because you're in your dream state. You're in your more vulnerable state. But when my dream state, I be fighting, I be cussing, I be fighting back, I be remembering, baby. I can remember. I can fight back. And they tried to attack me the other day. It was a snake. It was a python spirit in my aura, and I had to go cleanse it out. I cut it up. I cut it up. I cut that snake up, and it was huge too. And I cut it up. And I'm never going to be afraid of demons. I'm never going to be afraid of warfare. For what? That's one thing I have mastered. I'm never going to be afraid of demons. I'm never going to be afraid of warfare. Never. I've never been. I just never have. And I think that is one of the ultimate things that people can learn about warfare. Never be afraid of a demon. I don't care how scary it looks. The motherfucker is weak. Weaker than you could ever imagine, because they are lower vibration, they're lower level beings. That's low demons, low spirits, low souls that haven't ascended. You are alive, a being that is created by the Most High God. You have the more authority than that being. And if you tell it to sit the hell down and shut the hell up, it has to sit the hell down and shut the hell up, because you spoke it, because you are of the divine. Now, if you evil and do, they're gonna laugh at you. You're like, you ain't got no ranking on me. You ain't even a real demon. Like, they'll laugh at you. But, because I don't play. I don't play about that. I don't play. In the spiritual realm, I don't play. Y'all see the flesh, and people are like, oh, she ain't nobody, and then go try to do some spiritual work, and then they find out, she doing spiritual work on me. No, I'm already protected, boo. I've been protected. You know? Yeah, nah. Yeah. Clock that motherfucking shit. Right now, this person, this Freemason person, is trying to control my mind. I can feel it. When you're sensitive in the spirit, you can feel it. And that's why I say all pain ain't bad pain. Some pain is good pain, because if I couldn't feel it, then I wouldn't know I've been attacked. The more I up my spiritual ranking, and the more I up my spiritual presence, the more that I feel it. And I feel it. I can feel somebody trying to control my decisions. I can feel somebody trying to control my intuition. I can feel it. But I already taken care of it. And the Holy Spirit, the best thing you could do, because another thing the Holy Spirit wants me to say, the best thing you can do is give your battles to God, to the angels, to the ancestors, to a higher power that is spirit, there's more spirit than you. Don't get me wrong, you're a spirit, but you have a fleshly body too. Somebody, being that's all spirit, that's the best thing you can do. And the high vibrational being at that, and to go over there and, because they have so much spiritual ranking and power, they be waiting, like, give it to me, I'll go fight your battles. And y'all be out here trying to fight battles. I be out here trying to keep it cute. I don't really want to be fighting warfare. Sometimes it's necessary for me to fight warfare to build up my God presence, but some things is just not fair. It's just not fair. And so when it's not fair, then I be like, I don't want to deal with that. I can't deal with that. That's something I can't deal with. And I give it to, because that petty stuff, that really petty stuff, that's going to bring my vibration down. But my ancestors, my angels, they got time. They got nothing but time. So I give it to them. And a lot of y'all be fighting battles that ain't yours to fight. Don't fight them battles. Give them to the angels. Literally. Tell them, say, Lord, this battle is yours. It's not mine. Archangel Michael, this battle is not mine. It's yours. Please handle this. Please handle this person. A lot of people a lot of times people be like, oh, you sitting in this battle. No. I gave it to my angels to fight. You fighting the angel, not me. The hell I look like? But seriously, what do I look like fighting you when that's your own shit? Like, I'm not insecure like that. I got very little insecurities. You know, when I do feel insecure, the Holy Spirit come in and quicken me, and they heal me. They were like, "You beautiful." They let me know. They come and heal that. I'm not saying I don't get insecure, because I do, but I also get catered to by my spiritual team, and I know they know how to heal me. They know how to talk to me. They know how to put me back in high vibrations. So when I get like, cause I be like, oh my God, and again, like my face is, cause I'm under warfare. It's an attack. It's an attack on my beauty, and they don't like for me to when my face is slender. They don't like for, and I'm being attacked by beauty spells in the spiritual. I'm being attacked by beauty spells, and so they don't like when I look a certain way. And I'm beautiful with my face puffy or not, but my original self is supposed to be, a sharper face. That's just what I have. Even with my little bit of double chin right here. And it's really just, they're attacking my lymphatic system. And I have to, you see how I'm massaging? I'm going up. That's what I do. And it is, I have to take care of it. And it's not something that I'm doing to myself. It's spiritually being done to me. So I attack it physically and try to attack it, take care of my lymphatic system inside the lymph nodes. And then, spiritually, you have to take care of it too. So fighting warfare is not cheap at all. Especially when you're fighting high level spirituals and stuff. It's not cheap. It's really not. And people start laying around your house. There's a lot of stuff that I do have laying around my house. But the more higher in ranking you get, the more stuff that you need in different stuff, because they, that don't work that time. And you need another stuff for another time. That's why we have all this stuff. We only need the basics. You need the basics when you're just starting. When you're starting to build yourself up. But once you get higher and higher, you need different things to build yourself, your God's presence up. And that's just the way it works. So. Somebody is gonna have good news. It's about something about lights. Oh, something is gonna be revealed to you about good news. Something is gonna be revealed to someone, and it's gonna be a good news. Something, whatever it's gonna be revealed. Let me see. And these readings take longer because I let spirit, take control. And I don't try to rush and do these readings anymore. So if you're going to watch them, you're going to watch them. If not, that's cool too. But it'd be a lot of nuggets that the Holy Spirit do put in these readings. And it behooves you to watch it all the way through. If not, you can just listen. You don't have to really watch. You can listen. So, Holy Spirit, what's going on with this good news? What is going to be revealed? Sometimes... This name keep coming out. I try not to say this person's name, not because I'm scared, but I don't like giving the devil too much. But look how many times his name came out. Look how many times. That's doctor's office. All of that came out from him. So some good news is going to be revealed to you about this person. And this is basically probably what it is, because this is what he's been using to attack. And when somebody can go in their dream world and attack you in your subconscious mind is where what needs to be healed, what doesn't need to be healed. And somebody is constantly putting something in your subconscious mind for you to heal from. That's not good. But like I said, I took care of that. So I think that's what came to light. What Spirit wanted me to know is this, and who doing high cortisone levels is being revealed. Excuse me. That's it. I don't see. So when they deal in the marine kingdom, they mess with your subconscious mind. Excuse me, they mess with your subconscious mind. Why is this person's name here, Holy Spirit? Why? It's another person's name. Y'all don't know, but I know. I don't know this person either, but I know of this person. Holy Spirit. Wow, clarify that. Do they want to come out? I don't know why the Holy Spirit want me to know this about a person, but this is my ex's family member. I don't know if this is his cousin or his uncle, his brother, whatever, but it says father-in-law. It's his father-in-law. He's in his shadow. So somebody put this person in their shadow self. So, thank you, Holy Spirit. So somebody put my ex in his shadow self, or one of his people in his shadow self, so he can attack me, so he can be, fixated on me. Because usually when narcissists lose their supply and you get away, you know what I mean? They be like, okay, they forget you out your mind, and he have memory problems. So for him to come and just be on me all the time, it's a spiritualist that know I dated him, who he is, and they're just putting him in his shadow self so he can continue to mess with me. You know what I'm saying? To continue to want to be in my energy field, and that'll pull your vibration down too. So that's crazy. But these are the tactics that the enemy use. Like I told you, my lymphatic system, I already told you. I already know. When you're dealing with high cortisol levels, you're talking about your lymphatic system. Like I told you, I swell right here. And when I massage, and you could tell it's warfare, because I start burping, and my body will release the stress. But see how I massage and I move my body and it burp, and I looked it up. Your body is releasing stress, and that's why I get poofy like this. It's because they're being messed with my lymphatic system. They want me to have POTS again. I've been taking care of my hormones. And so they seen that my hormones is balanced, so they trying to come over here and mess with my lymphatic system again and try to give me POTS. POTS is a hormonal imbalance. It's a number of things that you can do. I've participated in a lot of different things that cleanse your lymphatic system, like drinking lemon juice, a capful of olive oil, and some cayenne pepper is really good too. Just straight lemon juice can help too. For women, maca. I've been taking ashwagandha. I've been doing a lot of different things. The only reason I'm telling you guys is I do something different now. And I switch it up so much till they can attack whatever they want to. I got different, healthier habits. I'm getting over my bronchitis cough, so excuse me. But I got so many good habits when it comes to that. That's why they find it hard to penetrate my lymphatic system and my POTS. And they've been doing. As you can see, I don't have my nose rings in today. I took them out, cleansed my face, and cleansed my nose. And I noticed as soon as I got my nose rings, when I got my first nose piercing, it didn't happen right away. But after I found out, and I started telling people, oh, that's what this mean. I didn't know what it mean. I just wanted one because my mama had one. And once I knew what it mean in the Bible spiritually, I'm like, oh yeah, let me get another one. So I pierced my other one. And they have been doing spells for me to take out, for my nose ring to come out, and all kind of weird stuff. That's that petty stuff that I don't got time for. But I'm just saying that because I know you guys going to notice that I don't have them in my nose rings, and it's because I'm cleaning them, sterilizing them, and I needed to clean my skin and face and just give my face a break. I just wanted to clean it, and because my nose was irritated with this one. It was really irritated because she been messing with my lymphatic system. That's how I know when people mess with my lymphatic system. When my lymphatic system is not being messed with, my nose rings do not cause no kind of nothing. They don't cause no buildup, no leakage. I get a lot of leakage from my lymphatic system, or they doing high cortisol levels on my body. That's how I know it's spell work, because I have a lot of things in place that helps me to keep my body aligned. And I'm just being more honest with you guys and upfront, because at the end of the day, this stuff is from these people in these high places. Some of y'all already seen some of your favorite rappers and entertainers and people. Now some doctors is going to get exposed. Not only is doctors is going to get exposed, but more artists, I should say, whether it's in the music industry or actresses or actors, whatever kind of artistry industry they're in, it's more people to be revealed, and it might not be on the Epstein list. It might be something totally different. And this young woman been fighting me for so long for no freaking reason at all, just because she signed to the label, to Roc Nation, and that's their thing, to attack me. So I don't know about the whole Roc Nation, but spiritually attack me. That's their thing to do. It's a spirit to go after people who with high destinies, who's supposed to really be superstars and things of that nature, and they really want to siphon their energy. And that's how a lot of people, like, you want to be famous? That's what they're doing. They're taking from other people's energy field and building up you with it, or whoever the person wants to be famous, and it's at a price. It doesn't have to be at a price. They just make it at a price. They want it at a price because they don't want you too big. So let's see. Why is it's another name over here? I'm gonna clarify this, and I'm gonna be out. I know this one is an hour long. I'm sorry, but here we are. Holy Spirit, why is somebody auntie want to tell you that somebody's auntie wants you to know that she loves you, and that is the gist of this message. These messages, that's the gist of everything. I hope you guys learned something from here. I hope the Holy Spirit fed you as well. I hope you got your own decisive messages from this, because I know everything that I say can be translated for what you need if that's the way the Holy Spirit have it for you, depending on if you're connected to my soul group. So yeah, I'm out, y'all. Peace.